Howdy, y'all. Happy New Year. Back today, January the 2nd, with a video submission to my good buddy Marvin 88's 100 sub contest. Hey, man, that's great. You certainly deserve it, man. I'm fairly certain I was your first subscriber, Ryan. I know there's been at least half a dozen folks that I'm proud and pleased to be their first subscribers. I'm a man of leisure, so I've got the time to kind of plow away on YouTube to do these kinds of things, but along with the Comic Crypt of Castle Hills and Dr. Silver Age, I'm pretty sure I was your first subscriber, Ryan. Anyway, nonetheless, not that that makes any difference, I congratulate you, my friend, on hitting the 100 subs. I know, I remember how excited I was when I hit it, and it is a mind blower. You just go, wow, there's 100 people out there that are actually interested in what I'm putting out. It's a really, really good feeling. The contest rules, and I will say that I'll put a link to Marvin's channel below, and great channel, great content. It's got a real fine eye for books, collects a lot of things that really interest me and stuff like that. He sent me a lovely random act of kindness this year. Terrific books. Just a really, really great guy. So if you're not on him, sub him. You will not regret it. Anyway, contest rules. You have to be 18 or over. I just turned 19 last year, so made that. I'm trying to look past the camera over there. Sub to his channel, yes, I just discussed that, and have fun, and I am all about fun. That's why I started videos on my own channel in the first place. Got that covered. There are 3 channels that he would like you to subscribe to. I know I was already subscribed to the one, and that is Kingdom Come Comics. Here, hold on one sec. The Walking Jedi and Genuine Article Comics. I'm not familiar with those guys, but I am subbed to them now. Ryan, upon your request, and hey man, if you like those guys, I'm sure I'll like them too. I'll check them out. The other is a very simple contest, and I love the simplicity of it. Show your top 5 favorite comics and your top 5 favorite TV shows / movies / cartoons. Right into it. I'll show you the books. Now, I did cheat a little bit here, Marvin. 3 of the books I've shown, 3 of my all-time favorite books I've shown about 6.5 bazillion times now. Thor 207, my all-time favorite comic book. Creatures on the Loose, number 16, and Superman 254. So I pulled 5 others here just to, you know, show instead. Swamp Thing number 1. Hey, you know, every collection needs this book, should have this book, regardless of what age you are, what ages you have been collecting in. This is a must-have. Oh. I'm a Conan disciple from decades back. Conan number 28. Devastating book. I may have to do a dedicated video to this book. Do one of my what's beneath the covers, what's behind the covers videos. Conan 28. Stunning stuff. Excuse me, my nose itches. As Ellis would say, that means a kiss or a letter or something better. Oh yeah. Captain America 159. As with Conan in the 70s, I was a devotee, a disciple of this title. Oh my goodness. Steve Englehart, Sal Buscema, magnificence. I already did a what's behind the cover of this book. 159 is probably along with maybe 163 and 165 are my uber favorites of this period from say 72 to about 75. This, my friends, is the reason I was buying comic books as a kid in the 1970s. It doesn't get any better than this. Yes. Here's a book. I've talked about this before. This was a book that I went on a month-long quest when it came out. I know Daredevil number 181 gets all the attention, but this is my baby, Daredevil 182. I was so obsessed with this book, as my friend Tom will tell you, because he was along for many of the journeys. I ran around for an entire month buying up every copy I could find of this thing within about a 20-mile radius of Carlisle, Pennsylvania, and I'm not even kidding. I had stacks of these books, this issue, at one time. I love it. I love it so much. Not to mention that there, for you variant collectors out there, there are copies of this books that have kind of a light color strike, light purple color strike, kind of pinkish like this one. And then there are others that have a really dark purple color strike. Yeah, it's a simple kind of a variant, but it is worth noting. I love this book so much. Finally, for the comics, The Demon number 1. Anyone who wonders what the fuss about Jack Kirby is needs to just get a copy of this book. Yeah, Fantastic Four, notwithstanding and all that. If I'm going to turn somebody on to Jack Kirby, a new collector, I would point them to this series first. Absolutely stunning book. This is another one that I had like 15 copies of it at one point. I think I'm down to three high graders like this one. But it was so cheap in years past, and I loved the book so much. You know, you could get nice high grade copies of this thing for like $2-3 for decades long. You know, incredible. Even into the first years of eBay and all that, you could score high graders of this very fine near mint or better for $1, $2, or $3 or whatever. Yeah. Anyway, okay. So there's the 5 favorite comic books. Albeit acknowledging 3 others: Creatures on the Loose 16, Superman 254, and my uber beloved Thor 207. Now, the other bit, show your top 5 favorite cartoons, TV shows, movies. Here, we'll do the movies first. And I do have cartoons and TV shows in here too. 5 of them. East of Eden. This film changed my life when I was about 15 years old. I had never seen James Dean before. And James Dean, I'm one of these disciples of Jimmy that it was actually like a religious experience for me when I first laid eyes on James Dean on that television screen that Saturday afternoon in this film. It was an instant identification. It was an instant understanding that Jimmy is me. But I could talk about James Dean, and I kid you not, just ask any of my friends and loved ones. I can talk about James Dean for literally hours on end. But I won't here. Another movie, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I've loved this film for 35 years or something. It kind of went straight to the top of my all-time favorite films the first time I saw it. And it actually only it took on more power when years later I actually began working in the mental health field in an administrative capacity, yes, but still part of the direct care for folks that were consumers in the mental health system in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. If you've not seen this film, my friends, buckle up. It will floor you. And I'm not even kidding. Okay. On the lighter note, here's my cartoon, which it's also a TV series. American Dad. Yeah, I love The Simpsons. You know, I love all the Saturday morning cartoons I grew up with watching in the 60s and 70s. You know, Bugs Bunny and Johnny Quest and all that kind of stuff. But, you know, American Dad just strikes me as so funny and just so sharp. It's a Seth MacFarlane thing, and I know Family Guy gets all the attention, and I love Family Guy too, don't get me wrong, but I'll take American Dad over Family Guy in the twinkling of an eye. Last of the Summer Wine. This is a British comedy show. It's the longest running sitcom in television history. It ran, well, the pilot premiered in 1972, And the show ran on the BBC from 1973 until 2010. Are you kidding me? And all these folks just got older and older and older and older. They got into their 80s and 90s, and Anyway, last of the summer wine. I love this program. I can't even tell you. And finally, here's another British comedy, a Britcom we call them here in the U.S., that is probably my all-time favorite television show of ever. Are You Being Served? I started watching this thing back in the early 80s when it landed on my local PBS station, and I just adore it. It's one of those things I never get tired of. Just last night, I was binging on it, lying in bed, and I watched about 6 episodes. I never get tired of this program. I've watched all of the series. I believe there were nine series. I've watched all 9 series at least 15 times each. I can recite the dialogue along with the characters, but that doesn't matter to me. I love it so much. Are You Being Served? And I'm sure all of my British viewers out there know what this is, and most of my American viewers too. Are You Being Served? The funniest damn television show that has ever been made. That's it, folks. Showing you some of the very favorite pop culture things that I've ever experienced in my 52 years on this planet. So, again, Marvin 88, Ryan, you're the man. Congratulations on the 100 subs, buddy. Wherever you go, I will follow. I'm going to enjoy watching all the other submissions to your contest, and I hope you get 1 million of them, man. And hey, that's it. We'll get back to y'all real soon. Happy New Year again, everyone, and congratulations again, Marvin 88. See y'all later. Bye-bye.